with a couple of my teammates here. So we just want to present our progress so far, what we have. Hopefully you should be able to see my screen. So before I show you the front end, this is what we have in the back end so far. The Spring Boot application is currently running. What we've done in this first milestone is we've configured the model viewer and controller for the web application via Spring Boot, and we're using IntelliJ. So just to get things started, to show you guys, this is the web controller. So we are mapping the subscribe page and the product page. So and the viewer as well. So the viewer page is the front end of the website. So this is what the audience is going to be seeing when they connect to the website. The subscribe, what this is doing here, it's post mapping. So after the user submits the form and they put in their information, and I'll show you guys what the form looks like in a second. It's gonna take them to a subscribe page. There's not much in the subscribe page. We don't have an HTML configured for a subscribe page, but I added that in there so that way, if you look at the hyperlink, if you see subscribe, that means data has been successfully transferred to the DBMS or database management system. And then I have the product page. So the controller pretty much deals with all the HTTP, HTTPS requests from the website. Then I also have some CSS web pages and then images for the sites. So pretty self-explanatory. I was telling so basically everything the way the Spring Boot application works is you have to have images placed in a certain spot in the directory for the file path or the absolute path rather. So all the images are under images for a reason. I just didn't randomly put them there. If I try to put images under CSS, the CSS directory, the system will not work. It'll come back with errors saying that the Spring Boot application won't work. I also have a JavaScript, a little bit of JavaScript here for the cart count button. And so basically what this functionality is for is whenever users select add cart on an item or a hardware component on the website that they want to purchase, it'll automatically update the cart button with a number. So if you select, HP laptop, one of those items, it'll automatically update it to one, uh, and so on. So it's pretty simple. And then under templates, we have our HTML pages. So this is the product page. I'm gonna see if I could expand it a little bit more. This is all the code for the product page. And then this is the front end right here. Again, very simple, very straightforward. See, we have the title of the company here, the local store. We have the CSS, which this is the link right here for the CSS page to the HTML page. You might see a little bit of yellow warnings here, but that's because we haven't configured these HTML pages yet. This is actually what we'll be working on the next second milestone. So the second milestone, we're going to be working on creating the services, contact, map, and cart HTML pages and CSS files. So very straightforward. And then here's the JavaScript right here. This is the link. So here's our application properties. So this is where the DBMS is configured, the MySQL. So you have Orlando computers. Then this is the link right here. So this is the database source URL that I took from MySQL Workbench. This is our database. All right. So I created already a table for subscriber, and this is where all the data is being saved. See, so whenever end users create the form and submit it, it's going to go directly in here. And we never have to touch this. So that's the good thing about this system is that everything is done, the data is manipulated through the IDE and not directly to the server, So that provides, a little bit of extra security. It kind of reminds me of a proxy server, even though it's not, but that's the way I like to think about it. This is the password and the username for the database system. And this is the driver. So this is the most up-to-date MySQL driver, by the way. Um, Couple more things I want to show on the back end here. This is our Gradle file. So this is everything that this lists all of our dependencies. So remember in the beginning, like we were saying during this project, we were gonna have some code dependencies. And this is all of it right here. So if something goes wrong here, the whole system crashes. You know, it could be the stupidest thing, even the smallest thing. But that's just the way the system pretty much works. It's very sensitive in a way. Then to further explain, I think that covers pretty much everything. This is the web controller. If I haven't showed you yet, I think I already did. This is our main application. So this is our main class. So this is where the Spring Boot application gets pretty much executed. And then this is our repository that I created as well. And then this is the model. So if you notice, if you look at the code, it looks similar to what the form is on the front end. And there's a reason for that. It's because the model works in conjunction with the controller in order to get the system to fully work together. So that's pretty much it for the back end. So now I'm going to show you the front end. This is what the website pretty much looks like. So if we go to the main website here, so see we already have our logo here at the top left. We have some buttons over here. This is the products page I was talking about. It's not fully developed yet, but this is what we have so far. Very basic, you know, but we'll be editing it and fine tuning it later on. This is the form. This is another task that we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on making this a little bit better. Because right now it looks a little bit basic. But if you put an example here, just to show you that the database works and that the system works. And I'm just putting random numbers here just to test it. You hit sign up, and it doesn't take you anywhere. All it does is it takes you to it just shows you this subscribe page right here. But if you go down to the database and you open it and you do a refresh, where's it? Oh, I want to query it. There it is, right there. See? The data successfully updated. So that just shows you that the system works. If I hit add cart here, the cart button will update. That's the JavaScript code working. And that's basically it. So that's what we have so far and what we've done in milestone number 1. And in milestone number 2, the guys are gonna pretty much explain their roles and what they're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be working on adding a little bit more security to the back end. And also I'm going to be configuring a little bit of the front end. So what I'm specifically going to be doing is I'm going to be configuring the services page and the contact us page. And the guys, you know, when it's their turn, they'll explain what they're going to be doing for milestone number 2 too. But that's pretty much it from my part. So if Kevin, you want to go ahead and present you?
For my part, I'm going to be making the maps page of the website.
Okay, and that's the this button right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me take note of that. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put it in the chat so that way we already know what we're gonna do. Uh, all right, so Kevin. working on HTML page for what was it called, Kev?
Map.
That button? Map? Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. Louis.
I'm gonna work on the cart page and also touch up on the form sign up, make it look a lot more appealing.
Okay. Doesn't let me do that. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Working on uh, refining the form on the front end. And which button did you say again?
The cart,
Okay.
the cart, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna send you both the code that we have so far on the front end, so that way you guys have it handy. And so if you guys want to use your own IDE and test the code that you're gonna use to update the existing code that we have to make sure that it works, and then you guys could just send it to me and then like a text file, and then I'll add it through, and then update the system so that way the web page can update. Okay. That's
All right.
perfect. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. Let's see. Stop recording. All right, we're done.